Something a little bit different today. I'm going to be reacting to the final trailer for the cave diving documentary Diving into the Darkness. Hi all of you awesome scuba divers out there, welcome to the Scuba Diver magazine channel. We are working with the Diving into the Darkness team, and there's going to be a link at the end of this video where you can sign up to be one of the very first people to watch the entire thing online in the comfort of your own home. Diving into the Darkness is described as an awe-inspiring odyssey about cave diving icon Jill Heinarth and her journey of exploration, resilience and self-discovery into the planet's deepest depths. Jill Heinarth is a Canadian explorer and widely considered as one of, if not the best, cave divers on the planet today, and she's been involved in the most legendary and demanding cave diving expeditions of all time. I've listened to her audiobooks. She's surveyed the world's longest cave systems in Mexico. She's discovered giant iceberg caves in Antarctica, literally cave diving and ice diving inside icebergs in Antarctica. But Diving into the Darkness has already been winning multiple film awards and comes to us from award-winning director and co-producer Naze Paghai and his team of cinematographers. And I just wanted to show you the trailer itself and react to it, so let's dive straight in. So we're starting off in the jungle, which a lot of cave systems are. Oh, wow. So just starting off with this killer shot. So single diver, you can see their torch beam and just the amount of space around them. You can tell they're on a rebreather because they're not blowing any bubbles. Rebreathers are quite good for cave systems because in a lot of overhead systems, they got loose ceilings, so any bubbles going up is going to dislodge like silt and things, and it's just going to drip down, and you literally get lost because you can't see like your fingers in front of your face. So yeah, rebreathers are usually essential in some cave systems.
I can swim in these unusual places that are transport.
Beautiful. All of these stalagmites and stalactites kind of coming down. This is why a lot of cave divers do this, because it's just such an alien world to be underwater in these kind of systems. And even with the lighting, you get the different like staggering of the lighting, which is just incredible. And we've got to say that as well with the entire documentary, that always keep in your mind that there's a cameraman in that position, or a camera person I should say, in that position. So it's not only the subject diver who's doing this incredible thing, there's another person with a camera doing the same things. And a lot of these shots, they've had to plan and prepare where each of them is going to be, where all the lighting is going to be in advance of even getting in the water, because communication, you're not going to communicate those kind of things underwater that easily. So they've had to do all of this pre-dive briefing all of this kind of things to get those kind of shots. So just incredible work.
Transporting your drinking water through the earth.
Now we're getting into a bit more tightness. Now we're seeing Jill back on Sidemount. So Sidemount is the other preferred cave diving systems. We're starting to see some side-mounted rebreathers options, but the whole point of Sidemount is the flexibility. You can see in this shot, doesn't have anything on her back, nothing back mounted, it's all side mounted, so you're much more flat in the water, but also instead of it being physically bolted and clamped to your BCD, it's only clipped to each side. So if you need to fit through a kind of restriction like this, a really tight restriction, one, if it's just like flatness you need, the cylinders are under your arms so they're in profile with your body, you can slip straight through. But if it's tight as well, you can unclip them from the side and pass them in front of you, or like drag them behind you. So you've got that flexibility, and that's the benefit of side mount.
This is not some Boy Scout badge. You go in there and there is a chance that you are going to die.
Not for me, personally. I've been in like overhead environments and things, but not really anymore, especially now that I have a family. It's just, you really do have to have that kind of mindset to, yeah, I really want to get through this kind of, this really tight restriction. You can see her wearing a bump helmet and everything, so she's not bumping her head on the ceiling. Not for me personally.
If you don't do things just right.
I swim through the graves of my friends all the time. And that list is well over 100 people. You really ask yourself, is this something I should be doing? Is this fair to my family?
Now we're seeing the fear kind of come into the things, and that like loss of visibility. You could see Jill trying to grab for a guideline. In a lot of cave systems, they'll lay a guideline with a reel, specific reel with lots of line on it, and it is basically like breadcrumbs to find your way back out. It will have line markers that you'll set up at certain intersections so that even if you can't see a thing, you can still feel the shape of that line marker and it points you towards the exit.
Do I want to take these risks? There is so much left to explore.
Now we're into diving into ice. But not just any ice, this is ice caves. So we're merging two of the most dangerous diving scenarios. And with this, I've listened to one of Jill's audiobooks where it's shifting as well. So the ice is moving, it's a moving cave system. And and you've got all that extra equipment as well. The thermal protection to keep you warm, you've got your dry suits and all that kind of stuff. So that's adding extra equipment and restrictions to maneuverability and time limits, because you can only spend a certain amount of time before you physically get too cold and your fingers don't work anymore. Just incredible work.
Explore and discover inside this planet. Humanity needs people that push on the edges and step into the darkness in every facet of life.
Yeah, they are. We definitely do need these kind of people to do these things, because they are discovering links underneath the surface that we just don't really think too much about. I saw one documentary, and they were diving, I think it was like under a school parking lot. These underwater like aquifers and things, there's all this water traveling underground we just don't know about. These divers are just exploring and mapping all of that area. So we do need these people to learn, because it has so many ramifications. Because if, say, a farmer uses a certain kind of fertilizer in this area, what they don't know yet is that actually a few meters down, you've actually got this waterway, and that is then leaching into the water and then affecting this downstream that they had no idea about. So yeah, this is what we're kind of like exploring about.
That's how we evolve.
Another thing we have to think about is that it's not just like a normal day's diving. You don't go like back to a hotel every night. A lot of the cases, if they're in a cave system, they're sleeping in the cave system, they're eating in the cave system. So they have to bring everything with them to stay multiple days. And if you think you've ever done like a camping trip or stuff, how much stuff you brought with you, you then have to keep it dry whilst being submerged for hours at a time. Just incredible expeditions that these men and women go through. It is nice to see that we're seeing a full-on documentary to really cover that.
I think my ultimate goal is to be the woman that I wish I had met when I was 10 years old.
So if you are interested in watching Diving Into the Darkness, then you can click up here on this link in the corner or head over to divingintothedarkness.com/Scuba Diver Magazine with hyphens in the word. The link's going to be down in the description as well. So you can sign up and watch the documentary between the 9th and the 15th of June 2024. If you're heading to the Australian Go Diving show, Jill will be taking the main stage at the Go Diving Show Australia and New Zealand in Sydney in September, when she'll be discussing the filming of Diving into the Darkness, which will also be shown at the event. The director, Naze Baghai, will also be appearing on the stage at the Go Diving Show ANZ, and links to the show will be down in the comments underneath this video on YouTube if you're thinking about attending. Thank you for watching, everybody, and of course, safe diving.